Wow, so gold has reached $3,100 already. It's kind of like jumped in the space of, I would say, a couple of weeks. Could this be to do with the tariffs? We are still trying to we're still going through this right now. And what I want to share with you is something amazing. How a CEO purchased, wait for this, a tech CEO brought 12.7 million silver ounces of gold. Yes. Sorry, I'll say that again. Not gold. He purchased 12.7 million silver ounces. And this now, gold is hitting a whole another level. $3,100 per ounce. Whereas a couple of weeks ago it was $3,050, and a month ago it was just under 3,000. So with all the currency and the uncertainty, people are starting to really start putting money aside for silver, because this is really pushing forward with regards to investment. Now, imagine, right, you may be in the financial world already, for example, and you're a tech CEO that just brought 12.7 million ounces of silver instead of gold. But gold has blasted past 3,100 an ounce. So what's going on here? Why did the tech millionaire David Bateman, former CEO of Emirates, for example, Entrata, for example, makes a bold move in that way into metals? And what does that mean for your money? So let's take a really good look at this, because we have got the gold bars, there's the silver bars, for example. But imagine, right, silver bars stamped 1,000 ounce, for example. This is like news headlines right here. And gold is hitting a high of $3,100. And silver is surging at 20%. So when David Bateman brought the silver, for example, it made 20% on top of what he already purchased. Isn't that amazing? This is just amazing, really, because he comes from, the Wall Street, for example, okay? And it's a massive tech company. But who is David Bateman? David Bateman is the man behind this massive silver acquisition. Before, we've had it where Warren Buffett has purchased 3,500 worth of silver several years ago. And now today, David Bateman, the CEO of Entrata, for example, a $1 billion real estate software company known for streamlining rental properties management across the US, for example. So Entrata's growth charts are massive. Now imagine how David Bateman must be feeling right now. Now this video, I am not a financial advisor, so I'm not going to say to you that you must rush out and purchase gold and silver because it's going to go up in price. But what I'm saying to you is something that, even the tech, the financial companies are doing this. The government is doing this. The central banks are doing this. The Lima, the London gold reserves is empty and it's being drained because everyone wants the gold and silver. So what does that tell you? It tells you that the currency is going down in value. So it is news and it is controversial at the moment. So it's something really that we need to be checking out and looking at. So the silver move, 12.7 million ounces. I'll say it again, 12.7 million ounces. That's over 360 metric tons of silver stored in 1,000 ounce bars. Can you imagine that? Now you'll see the thumbnail has got the silver that David Bateman purchased. It was so big that he couldn't even actually fit it on an image, for example. So imagine, reportedly, his private vaults across the north of America. So why would a tech executive convert so much of his wealth into metal? Imagine stacks of 1,000 ounce of silver bars here. That's 305 million US dollars. At a current silver price, he brought it 24 to 25 an ounce. So silver right now is, as of today, for example, is round about just under 34 per ounce. So he's made a 20% increase. Guess how much that came up to? $60 million he gained from that silver investment alone. What an amazing investment that is. Now, I'm not saying to go out there and spend all of your money, for example, on silver, because what I always talk about is to do things in a strategic way. Buy what you can afford, basically, because this is a long-term gain. Now, let's face it, if he really wanted to sell his silver bars that he purchased, he could and get an extra 60 million for it. But it's going to go, I'm sure it's going to go up higher than that. And yes, it's tailed behind gold, but the heat is on. The heat is on gold, let me tell you. The heat is on because silver is running the race with gold, for example. Here's the kicker. Silver is already a 20% increase since he purchased it. And that's what I said, he made nearly 60 million in profit. And this goes even more, for example. So what is going on here? Because gold has hit $3,100 in a short space of time. So it's increased by $950 for an ounce in the space of a couple of weeks. That's gold. So this was at the same time that gold hit $3,100 per ounce, an all-time high. Central banks are buying gold at record pace. They are buying it like it's going out of fashion. Inflation is rising and the currency confidence is dropping. We all know that. So Imagine that Bateman is not alone. Smart money is fleeing to hard assets. They want assets. They don't want it in paper. They want it in physical. So why silver now? Unlike gold, silver is both a monetary and an industrial metal. It's used in the electronic vehicle, solar panel, electronics, and more, especially with AI automation and renewable energy booming. Silver is in demand and it is set to explode. Imagine solar panels being installed more EV production lines, silver demand projections, cash charts. For example, 2024 to 2030, the silver demand is higher than supply. So, yet silver is still dramatically undervalued compared to gold. The gold to silver ratio was above 80.1 hysterically, but now it's gone higher. That means that silver could double just to catch up. It's at I believe around, it was 88 to 1, now I believe it's around 90 to 1, for example. So the warning though, Bateman did talk about this on his X channel, for example. Bateman believes that the current system is unstable. He spoke out about the damages of printing money and the possible collapse of fiat currency systems. He's not just investing, he's protecting wealth from what he sees as an inevitable breakdown with all these tariffs, etc. So, what does this mean for you? So, what can we do? And what can we learn from that billionaire tech that is the CEO moving forward? How he spent millions into silver. A billionaire isn't going to do that for no reason. It's simple. Diversification is no longer an option. We got to look at diversifying, not just thinking, oh, let me save £50 a month into my bank, save gold or silver coins, whatever you can afford, for example. Assets like silver are gaining power, massive power. And you don't need to buy 1,000-ounce bar, for example, silver bar. You can just start with coins. Just even jump silver, like I mentioned to you about the golden scrap parties, for example, for gold or silver. Educate yourself, but also protect your future, because we don't know what our pension is going to be like. We know that it's going to go down in value due to all of these losses that we are experiencing. So what do you think? Do you think that purchasing silver is a better option than purchasing gold right now? What do you think? I'd love to know your comments here. Is this the beginning of the new silver rush? Remember, there was the gold rush. Now maybe this is the silver rush, or just the smartest move of the decade. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and share and subscribe for more gold and silver updates every single week. I'm going to be coming on here. I've been coming on here daily, sometimes 2-3 times, and I want to try and give you as much information when the news comes in, and I will then be breaking it down for you. So do you want to start your journey, your silver and gold journey? Because I can help you to start a gold and scrap business, for example. Or what you can do is you can purchase gold and silver here. There is a link here for you to purchase that here, and to really just think about that. So silver is outperforming gold in 2025. So watch out and look at how you can buy silver with just $100. Would you like to really know how? I do have some links here. I am an affiliate, but also I am running some masterclasses on how you can start your gold and silver business, because this is a business, and really get to save for your wealth building strategy, your portfolio. You got to look at all the different options in order to build a wealth portfolio, for example. Just let me know in the comments here. I'm going to put a link here for you to book a free 15-minute appointment as well. I've been in care business now for 35 years, but I also did in 2007, I did gold and silver scrap business with my husband at the time, before the 2008 recession, for example. But imagine if a tech CEO is buying 12.7 million ounces of silver, whilst gold is hitting 3,100 per ounce. Is the dollar doomed? Why did this tech just buy over $300 million in silver, and gold at a high time high of 3,100? I'd love to know your thoughts on that. Are you currently purchasing gold and silver, for example? Are you saving for a nest egg? This is a long-term goal, 5-year, 10-year goal, for example. But you can see what's happened with him purchasing that silver. Is actually made himself 60 million in the space of a short time, hasn't he? So this is a win-win situation. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's video, and my name is Christine Crowell, and please do like and subscribe. Let me know your comments. I will answer them as well. Are you buying gold and silver? Have you started doing this? What is your strategy? Are you looking at the long-term strategy of 5 to 10 years? Or is it something that you want to do as a quick thing? I would always look at doing this for 5 to 10 years, for example. So join me as we go through more discussions about gold and silver. And I also want to say thank you so much for being here and being a part of this channel. I really do appreciate you. And would you stack silver like Bateman does? Or do you think it's just billionaires panicking right now? Drop your thoughts and really look at what your stack strategy is right now. I'd love to hear your comments, for example. Start stacking your silver now. Don't miss the weekly and gold, silver deep dives. Subscribe to the channel, like I said, and thank you so much for joining me today. And I look forward to being live with you tomorrow. I appreciate what you're listening to me, spending that time, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. and I will speak with you tomorrow. Take care. Thank you. Bye.